hopefully you can't hear it. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to put myself in the corner. Let's see how this works. The struggles, y'all, the struggles. No. Okay, well, yeah, guys, you don't need to see me. So I'm gonna start working on this. I've needed to do this for a while now, and we're gonna get her done. Let's see. Hey, Sarah. I need to make this bigger. I'm gonna close all of these. And let me gather myself. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to be working on this tonight, okay? I've needed to do this for a while and I kept holding it off, so we're not doing that anymore. This is my Addi King, and this is what we're going to be working on. I need to unscrew it, take it apart, clean it up. It keeps latching onto things, which shouldn't be happening. And it's somewhere around here. I feel like one of these needles might be broken or something, and that's why it's causing that. I'm going to go ahead and just start unscrewing and then showing you what I do. Most of the screws are exactly the same, but we can organize them just to kind of be more particular, right? So I'm literally just trying to unscrew the visible ones on top. Not there being gunk on my nail. This is just a regular screwdriver. I think I might have a magnetic tip. That's about it. I have my oil for later. And then I have just a little plastic cup with soapy water. That's why it's green. Nothing of importance. Yes, come on and work with me. I still need to finish the order that I started a couple of days, oh, well, last week technically. I think it was literally last week because it was last Sunday that I went live. I had a death in my family on Monday and had to leave the country like last minute. Okay, so that literally did nothing, right? Well, this came off. But I need to unscrew the bottom as well. So we have the ring that's on top and then this little mechanism here. We're going to unscrew everything. I'm just putting this up to the side. All right. Here you can see like the oil. You may be able to see the oil. And then there's like substance here. We're going to go ahead and flip her over. I didn't see if this fits in here. It does not fit in there. Let's see. I might have to grab another screwdriver. Oh no, it's fine. It fits. There's also 4 screws down here as well. There's one hole here, another here, and then 2 more up here. There's one here and then one here. So I'm going in and just unscrewing. Oh no, don't delete them. You can still get watch hours. I'm horrible catching people live. I get 0 notifications. So let's just look at these 2 screws together. One is slightly longer than the other. So this I know is a top screw. This is a bottom screw. And again, I'm just going to have little piles. Ideally, you want to build it the same way you're taking it apart. Thank you. I appreciate it, Sarah. Sometimes they're a little tricky. Some of them might be a little stripped. That's flying. Thankfully, it's a magnetic. And then I'm gonna have to take this off too. Hold on. Let me not get ahead of myself. Okay, so let me unscrew this. Daisy hasn't barked all day, and as soon as I go live, she decides to start barking. I'm gonna have to take this apart to be able to unlatch it. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a screw right here inside of that that I need to undo. You guys may not have this to do this step if you don't have this, so don't worry about that. Okay. And this is also a longer one like these, but I'll just still put it aside. I'll put it in here so I don't get it confused with any of the others. Now this should just slide off, okay? There's even fiber and gunk in here. Shocker. Okay. Put this with the other things. Now this should come off. This should come apart. This is still intact because there's more screws in here. But this is the base. And now after removing this part, that will allow me to now get into the bottom of this. I will try to make a formal video, but honestly, with everything that I have going on, I don't know when that'll be as of yet, so no promises. Here there's 4 screws, 4 main screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do those main screws first, excuse me. This has to do with the row counter. I'm gonna leave it attached if possible. I'll try to see if it'll move up or if it'll give way. Not the row counter. This is for the switch, like if you want to do to the panel. And then this is for the row counter. So I'm going to remove the first main screws that I mentioned, and then I'll go ahead and see if I need to remove those for what we're trying to do today at least. And then these are also longer. They're similar to this set of 4 here. Not my hair getting in frame. But yeah, Sarah, you shouldn't delete your videos. I've had lives where it's just me for hours. And I mean, I still get watch hours on them. Now we're gonna flip this over and see if we can take it apart. Yes. All right. So this is the main body part, right? I don't know what any of these parts are called, so please bear with me. Okay, but this is the nitty-gritty, right? This is the piece that lets you know when you're getting to like your row. This is the part that helps you know when you're getting to your row. So how does this work? This stops this this right here stops when you hit the red lever. So if you're doing, let's say right now I think I was on panel, or I was on a tube, so it's gonna, let's see if I can get my words together. Yeah, so it's gonna go around continuously, and then if I have it on the panel, it'll stop it. Like it won't be able to go anywhere else. That or the gold one. One of these two does that. I'm just putting everything apart. I'm lifting the gold ring now. And this gold ring is where all the teeth fall into. Underneath here, it's the same. And then you have that line again that I was mentioning. So this and this will line up when placed properly. Does that make sense? Am I speaking English? All right. So all that has to get moved over here. I will be cleaning this thoroughly before I reassemble it as well. I'm going to take all my teeth and put them in this little cup here for now. But just look at this. Like, it has gunk. This is fiber and grease. And that's what causes the machine to stop. All of them have some form of dirt on them. So we're just going to put it in the soapy water for now. Also, to clean everything a little bit more thoroughly, I have some antibacterial wipes. These should be alcohol wipes if I'm not mistaken. This will help get a lot of the oil off of the equipment or the pieces. Try to submerge all of them. I lost one. Don't be trying to escape your bath. So I'm doing this now just because if you guys were here for my last live, it kept sticking and it was frustrating me to no end, and I got over it. And I was like, you know what? Just do the maintenance you need to do. Stop being lazy. Things will get done faster, and you're not going to have the issues you're having. So that's what we're doing today. And then you should also have, with your white needles, you should have 3 black as well. And I'm just agitating the water in the cup. Honestly, it's not going to do much. The water was hot at one point, but it's not anymore. Okay. So now it's basically ready to clean. All of this is gunk. It's just fibers that have dried and stuck, things like that. The inside, there's like dog hair in here. This is a turner, which has a broken piece in it. So that might be why it's also stuttering as well. One of the teeth are broken. Okay, so it's not broken on here. It's probably broken then on this. So where it's stuttering, see, okay, yeah. So this tooth, there's a crack there. These teeth are broken. This one isn't. This is broken. So there aren't a lot, but there's a few, right? This is broken. And then you see, I don't know if you can see like that white gunk. That's oil and fibers. So where the teeth are broken specifically here, that might be what's causing the stuttering to take place. You can replace this part. I don't think I need to replace it just yet. I will look into cost though, so that I don't have to deal with this. But I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning this part first. Let me see. Let me also check comments. Same. I mean, you're talking to yourself, but hopefully someone gets on and you can talk to them as well. But it is, I get it. It is more difficult to go or to be on live when no one's there because it's awkward sometimes. You just start talking and you don't know what to say. It's not like you can edit or check anything out either. Yeah, it's hard. I get that. Hey, Sandy. I finally am recording something in regards to cleaning it. So I'm going to try and be quick about it so that there isn't too much like live going on in it, but that probably won't be that won't be the case. Oh, well, thank you for joining me anyways. If you do get one at some point, hopefully this comes in handy for you as well. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these. I'm gonna start cleaning around here. Because this technically doesn't need to be oiled, but the oil does tend to migrate. And you can see too, like when the oil is getting cleaned up. I will clean inside as well. There's a ring in here at the bottom. That's where this part of the needles fall into place. So we're gonna clean that thoroughly as well because we want everything to be nice and clean. Again, once I finish cleaning all of the components, I will add spraying to re-lubricate the machine before closing it up entirely. All right, so this main part is already done. Now I'm gonna put this inside and then just clean. Look at how dirty the tissue is already. Let me get a new tissue so you can kind of just see. Or I can flip this inside out, I guess, but you're gonna see the difference. Like, it's so gross. And I'm just in this one little section here. See how dirty that is? I'm also cleaning the sides of it, the walls, inside and out. This is the outside of the machine that's visible to us. Trying to get rid of all this gunk. Okay. Slide over. And then I'm just going to work from here to this notch just as a reference for myself. See how black that is? That's just dirt. I'm gonna clean this little area too. The divot, if you see even like the lip here, yeah, the lip, that's the inside part. I'm cleaning this part on the inside. I'm trying to clean that part at least. And then I'm going to do the last half. Facey, you behave. Get the walls. Okay. Then just clean this side of the wall as well. So that's done. Now we're going to move on to this part. And then again, so this part is a little more cumbersome. I like to clean this top area here I like to clean this top area here because there is a ridge. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. There's a ridge here. And then there's that little indent on the inside where the teeth fall into as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean between like the top parts and then in between each one for all of them. So the bigger the machine, the longer it's gonna take to clean, right? The smaller Addi machine, it's quicker to clean because it has less pieces, less teeth, less surface area, things like that. And while it's hard to see over after time, you can see which ones you've cleaned or not. Because even here, these are the two that I cleaned. These have gunk on them. I'm not sure how well it's picking up on camera, but the others have gunk. So as you go cleaning it, you can see, okay, like I've done this one, I haven't done that one. And then I just try to work in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion. So I know I get everything. You can use paper towels, baby wipes, whatever you want. This is just what I had on hand. I've used baby wipes as well. Sometimes I've used disposable like paper towelettes, like the flushable paper towel, like paper, yeah, for like the restroom and stuff. I've used that. You can use whatever you have, as long as it's not anything too harsh that would like maybe eat at the plastic. And then you also want to like you want to clean this thoroughly. There was just gunk on this part as well and on the bottom. So I'll do like a once over of everything. And I'll also clean the outside too. But I'm focusing on the inside for right now. So I'll give a few wipes for the top and then I'll make sure I push it in to get into the grooves. There's enough in here to kind of like get around, right? So what I'm saying is I'll try to push the napkin or whatever you're using. You want to try and push it in so it goes underneath, right? You want to get the dirt out. My hand is already starting to cramp. I probably could. Honestly, I've never thought of that, but it might be easier, honestly, and just scrub at everything away. But just because I try to like keep everything like within the same place, I don't. But that's definitely something else. That is something that's doable. Like for this part and this part, like these parts like this, I wouldn't do this part in the sink just because you have your counter on it. But this you can definitely throw in the sink and wash it with a toothbrush. Even these as well. That's probably honestly the smarter, easier way. But, yeah. We like things difficult around here. But this way, no, it honestly does help me see what I'm doing, and it makes things a lot easier for me. Just because I can see like, okay, I did this one, I still need this one. But yeah, that is actually really smart, Sarah. See, this is why you're my friend. Hi, Nairo. Honestly, I was thinking about making dinner and I didn't make it before getting on. I was busy. You guys know I have my new laptop, so I was busy moving files over from my iPad to my laptop. I've decided that I'm going to compile everything from both my phone and my iPad onto the computer, so that way I can kind of just have folders and manage it better, but also so I don't have so much storage on either of those devices. So as soon as I make a video or record a video, I'm going to put it on the computer, and then when I'm ready to edit it, I'll just move over those specific files, but everything is easier and organized for me on the laptop. I also got another 1 terabyte flash drive so I can move files over to that as well, since the original one I got was used as my backup. Yes, I am live again. I'm back in the country and I was like, you know what? I still need to finish that really large order. So literally the day I was leaving, I had like a couple errands to run and I was trying to finish it. Obviously I was rushed. My mind wasn't in the right place and it kept messing up, because what will go wrong at times like that, and that's exactly what was happening. I was getting super flustered and was like, you know what? I'm over it. And I ended up just messaging. Oh, there's like a weird coloring, and it might be dirt. There's like a weird coloring on this. I don't know if you can see, there's like a black line or something on it. Like right here. I thought that was like a crack or dirt, but it's not. It's marbled. It's not solid, I guess. Not sure. But we're coming around. But yeah, so I decided, I messaged the lady and told her, you know, I had a family emergency. Ironically, she works in the same building I do, unbeknownst to both of us. The shipping address was that building, so I figured she works there. And I let her know, I was like, hey, you know, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get your order shipped out in time. I'll be happy to just hand deliver it upon my return if it's okay. And then, you know, I was like, and if that's too late, I also understand. You're more than welcome to cancel the order, you know, because I don't know, you know, like I don't know what she needed it for. So I didn't want to assume that it was okay for me to deliver it late, right? So yeah, but she was okay with it. She got back to me a few days later and I was able to get that taken care of, at least with her. But I do want to finish it. I ended up also pulling my market stock to kind of use for the order as well. So I have a good amount of them. I think I ended up writing down what I needed for the order. It was just 6 more headbands. So I'll work on that with you guys once we get this finished. If this video isn't super long, I don't want to have it too long either, just because your girl hasn't eaten all day. I've had 2 things of cheese. like the cheddar cheese sticks that I had two. That was all. That's all I've had for today. So I need to definitely get some food in me. I have a friend that's coming over. I might see if he can bring some food on his way. If he can stop before coming. Let's see. Oh no, it should have been a premiere, but it's not. It is just a live. While I was away on the flights, like there isn't a direct flight from here to Dominican Republic. So I did have a layover in Orlando. God willing, I will never go to MCO again. That airport was ridiculous. That's a story for another time, but oof, don't plan to go there. It's like literally Disney's airport, and it was too much. I was so overstimulated. No, not doing it. Unless I went to Disney, no, thank you. I will happily fly up to New York and then back down to go to DR again. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. I was able to get a lot of editing done on the flights, so I think I just have to add maybe music, like, and then a few little like comments or like randomness here and there. I have to watch it through one more time. I think it's just 20 minutes, but I need to add music to it, and then that should be going up this week, God willing, as well. I'm gonna keep working on getting the files and stuff moved over. Yeah, I'm gonna work on getting the files and stuff moved over so I can go ahead and just keep on editing. There's a lot of videos that I have that are not yet edited, and I do want to get that situated. I also have older videos from when I first started my business and I didn't have a YouTube yet, that I recorded just because I knew at some point I wanted one. So you'll see how I made like my shipping station and things like that. I think we got to the end. I'm gonna go a few more just in case, and I'm gonna get a new sheet, not a sheet, like a new wipe, and then kind of just do the edges and the outside as well. Oh, there's so many comments. Hold on, y'all. Let me get caught up. Not emojis. I love how this is how my emojis show. Y'all know I've been struggling so hard for the last year or so without like a laptop with the business. Thankfully, with everything else that was going on financially, I ended up just getting retrieving my 401k, and I had a little money. I had like 1,000 spared, so I didn't want to get like a new computer, right? Like a brand new this year. I was like, that's too expensive, right? Like I can still get something older, maybe refurbished, that'll work just as well. So I was able to get a 2019 Mac. I got one that had 16 gigabytes and then 16 gigabytes and 1 terabyte of memory. I was like, if anything, I need space. And if you're a Mac user, you know adding space is never really a thing. So I made sure I went ahead and got as much memory as possible. And then I'm also just gonna kind of rub on these. It's gonna be hard to get in there. Honestly, Sarah, your toothbrush comment would be so much easier, especially for this part specifically, this and the teeth. But here we are, y'all. Here we are. And then some of you may have not been here when I first started. Some of my teeth on this are broken. So there's one here that's broken. This is broken. This one's broken. And then where is that? This one, and then there's 3 or 2 here that are missing. This might be where it was like glitching, or like that noise we heard. That's what this is. I'm gonna look into possibly getting this replaced or buying a new piece to replace it. I'm going to see how much it costs. It has to make sense, right? I'm not trying to spend an arm and a leg, but if I can, I definitely will replace this at some point. Maybe not this season, but for next one. And then this is what's visible to, this is visible to us. No, this is not. I'm just cleaning at this point, y'all. Let me get caught up on comments. Yes, so Nairo, I had a family member that passed away Monday night, and you know how things are back home, right? In DR, it's a third world country. They don't embalm the bodies. Sorry, this is not a child friendly combo, so sorry y'all, but they don't embalm bodies. So literally burials are from one day to the next. Monday night was ridiculous for me. You know, my grandmother calls me crying, my aunt's calling me, my sister's calling me, you know, booking flights, trying to make arrangements, getting a hold of everything. It was a lot for all of us. But as soon as I knew somebody passed, and my grandmother was going, I was like, okay, I'm going with you. Like, I'm not gonna let you go on your own. You know, like, I'm gonna go with you, handle whatever needs to be handled, and then we're good. If the last 2 years have taught me anything, it's how to prepare for a funeral. As morbid as that sounds, right? You know, I've had a lot of deaths recently. So I was like, I'll handle whatever needs to be handled. You know, I don't want you to have to worry about that. You know, like, clearly you're mourning. And, you know, I'm mourning too, but obviously her connection was a lot stronger than mine. And again, she's a lot older, stress, you know, health, whatever is not. So I was like, I'm going to help you. We're going to go and we're going to handle it. Don't worry about it. Because she was calling me to get her a flight. But of course, we still had arrangements we need to worry about here before leaving the country. So we weren't able to leave right away. Thankfully, we were able to push the funeral off until Wednesday. So, you know, Monday night was basically like, pack your bag and book a flight. We handled all the arrangements we needed to do over the phone and WhatsApp. And then we left Tuesday night. That was the earliest flight we can get out with all the arrangements we had to handle here locally and with the limitations of our airport. That is going to stay there for now. So yeah, I was in DR for a few days. But sadly it wasn't for pleasure. It was definitely to deal with that, like funeral arrangements and all that good stuff. Hopefully I will be going back soon. I just don't know when yet. I have some flight credit that I need to use before the end of the year. So I may try to go back for like Christmas or something, or maybe even for my birthday. We'll see, depending on flights and that kind of stuff. You know how flying is. And go spend time with family and just, you know, have an actual like fun trip for once. It's been well over a year since I had my last trip for pleasure. But yeah, so I'm just here while I was rushing and trying to get the stuff done before the trip. The machine just it was getting worse. It was making more noise and I was scared that something was going to break. I was starting to actually even drop stitches. So I was like, you know what? Stop being lazy. Stop putting your equipment in jeopardy and just do what you have to do. So here we are cleaning. I still need to clean the other one. I will try to have a more formal video on the other Addi, my smaller one. But I figured, I was like, I do need to do this, so you might as well just do it on live, right? So I can at least have some of the content I want to have available for you guys, even if it's not in the format that I want it in. And going live just also helps me work, because why not, you know? Just trying to get in all the little crevices. I think we got around. I need to do the outside part now. Hey Michelle, how are you feeling, babe? I hope you feel better. Oh no, yeah, I decided like around 3:30 that I was gonna go live, but my phone wasn't charged because God forbid I actually plug my phone into charge at night. So I gave myself 2 hours to like one, finish kind of transitioning everything over like the files and stuff, and then to charge my phone. I just got a message from my friend. Hold on, guys. 1 second, please. I'm gonna get cookout. Okay, sorry. You know, food, y'all, food. Priorities. But yeah, I hadn't charged my phone, so I was like, okay, yeah, no, we need to do that. Yeah, I was back in DR. My family's from the capital, so I was in the capital. They live in La Charlotte. I don't know exactly where, but that's the area that they're in. But yeah, that's one of the parts that they're in. They're all over, honestly, but the majority of my family's in the capital. DR was nice. It was very, very warm. It was like 90, 80 degrees while we were there. It was bad. Not bad, it was just hot, especially with it starting to get cold here. We even had a freeze warning in North Carolina, which was wild. So I asked my friend, my roommate who lived with me, to turn the heat on and, you know, watch Daisy, all that good stuff, hold down the fort while I was gone. Thankfully, he was able to do that, help me with her. That kind of stuffs. Okay, so this is June. Let's see. Yours, oh, your phone being low was causing the glitch. Thank you so much, Naya. It means a lot. Yeah, you know, there aren't short lives on this channel. That's not a thing. It's already been an hour, so I'll probably still be here. I have to put her together, and then I have 6 headbands I want to work on. I am going to try to limit myself to 8 o'clock. I need to print some transfers for a client and get that to them by 9-ish. this baby right here. This will definitely work better with Sarah's method, but we're gonna just use this for now because it's what we have. Ooh, let's not hit the tripod. Wow. 4 inches isn't too bad though. I feel like that's manageable. It's not too heavy for like plowing and stuff or like shoveling. I remember when we lived in Jersey, I had to shovel the walkways, the driveways, the steps, all that good stuff. I do not miss shoveling snow. In New York, you know, with all the foot traffic, if snow falls, it kind of just becomes a mush or gets pushed away. But in Jersey, it was a lot. Not ew. How's your mom, Sandy? Okay, that's not too bad then. Yeah, no, I remember there were times in Jersey where we'd get like feet of snow. I have a picture of Casey when she's little and the snow it's well over her head. Like we were shoveling the walkway on the side of the house and she was like just playing and the snow literally almost covered her. This red part isn't nearly as dirty, but it doesn't get that much like oil on it, but the fibers do stick to it. I also need to clean the underneath area. If you can see here, there's like white forming. That's dried up oil and fibers that need to get cleaned up. Okay. Yeah, Sarah, I'm definitely trying the sink method next time. I feel like this would be so much faster and easier. I do have a deeper bowl. I might try doing that with these. I'll bring it over here. I have like a little plastic bowl that I used to collect the water for that would like what you call it, like I had a leak under my sink and I would collect water in that. Let me actually go grab that and I can pick up the piece that fell. And I have a regular like brush that I use for my like wash dishes and stuff. I'll grab that. Okay, so I got a bowl of soapy water and some paper towels. Let me just move some things around. Daisy's like, what are you doing, Mom? We're gonna put this here. Move all of this over here. Okay. And I'm gonna try and something. Oh, I'm like, there's something in here. It's a screw. So you can't take this further apart. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna take a wipe and then take off that soapy water off of it. And then while I'm doing this, it also helps rub off anything I may have missed or that stayed on to the device. Or this piece, whatever you want to call it. My words aren't really working today, y'all. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, that was so much easier. Thank you, Sarah. Where would I be without you? All the white gunkiness that was there is gone. Just a little bit right here. I have my nails, one on the inner ring and one on the outer ring. I'm just kind of going through with the. Okay, I think that's good. Now the teeth, the fun part. Okay, kind of just clean some of this up. No, we're gonna get it dirty again or wet, but that's okay. Just gonna literally dump these in here. But like I said, these are really gross. Like they have black down here on the part that's underneath on the ring, and then up here there's generally some dirt. So I'm gonna kind of So I just did some like light agitating to it. That should get most of it off. Right. They are still, some are still dirty, so I'm gonna keep doing this for a little bit. The water is no longer clear. It's looking a little gray. I don't know if you guys can see the water. Let me see. Yeah, the water's gray. Basically, what I'm trying to do is isolate a few and agitate on them to kind of help the cleaning process. Get rid of some of the water. I'm not doing it too hard, right? This is still plastic. You don't want anything to break. I'm literally just like tapping, light tapping, so that the brush can kind of get into the grooves and things like that. Pull one up. They look good. I'm gonna give this a quick rinse and I'll be back. I'm gonna keep agitating it. So let me get rid of this water because I see myself spilling it. Okay, so now all I have left to do is I'm gonna go through all of them. Just give them a quick dry. Let me clean this again. Give them a quick dry with the towelette, right? They're not gonna dry. They're just gonna get. I'm just making sure they're on it. So I'm inspecting each individual one, excuse me. Making sure, you know, like, cause there's little crevices in here as well. So I just want to make sure. Look at that tiny crevice. You see that little crevice right here? So I'm just kind of going through individually. It's 10 times faster than honestly what I would have done. I would have to sit here and scrub and wipe and whatever. Do this to all of them a lot longer while I got it cleaned. It's clean. Again, I'm just inspecting them. Also, what I like to do is when I'm cleaning them, make sure that there aren't any cracks anywhere, because a cracked needle will cause it to break when you're using it. But why not change it out now while you still can, right? Again, just a quick perusing while I dry them off, and then we can start reassembling soon. You also want to be very careful when you're cleaning these, especially around this area here. This is very delicate and it can break. These aren't numbered or anything. I'll show you guys how to check where to put the black needles as well. Sometimes there is some trial and error to it. but after a while you get used to it. I haven't cleaned it in a while, so I may forget. So that's what I'm saying. There's trial and error, but for the most part, I know where it should go once everything is reassembled. Now, let me see if I can actually put you to charge, because my phone was not fully charged. I can even lower you a little bit too. Get you nice and up close and personal. I'm surprised you don't have a knitting machine yet, Sarah. Are you, like, do you just not care for one, or you just haven't had a moment to, like, purchase one? Or you do not just want to buy one at all? And then Sandy, I'm not sure if you're still here, if you're talking with your mom, but have you taken yours apart yet to clean it? All right, so we're almost done with this, and then it'll be time to reassemble. Okay, so that's that. Everything has been cleaned. I'm going to just put all my little dirty napkins in here and place this on the table for the time being while we get reassembling. Okay, so this was the base, correct? This we can add on later. We don't have to do this just at the moment. You can assemble the top part before assembling it back onto the base. I'm gonna put this off to the side. Excuse me, Daisy. Okay. Let's see. Let me make some space on my table. All right. So these are all the pieces we have to work with. Okay. And these are all the different components that we took apart. I'm going to work with this part first because that's where we have to put our teeth in. So we have this part that goes here, okay, and then, like I said, there's a part of it, I like to push this up. Right, this is where it stops. No, I lied. That's the row. There should be something that doesn't allow me to, where is it? This part here. So when it's in tube, this is where it stops. Okay, so this is where you want to put your black pieces around here. Okay, this is the stop of the row. So I'm gonna put the black piece. I'm gonna start here. I feel like you don't want it to be this first one. You want it to be, well, no, we'll see. If anything, if I need to play with it, I will. So I'm gonna lift it up. You're gonna be sliding the teeth with this part here facing inside, okay? And then this portion here is gonna slide into the open portion here. Okay, does that make sense? There's these grooves here. This notch fits perfectly like that. So again, let me just make sure. Okay, this is the end. I'm gonna slide this in here. I'm gonna lift it up slightly just to make it easier on myself, so I can see. Okay. And then you want to be careful here. It's a pain sometimes because this is the most cumbersome part. This should already be inside, so you have to kind of lift it some. Where is it? Over here, you have the higher row or notch. It's easier to place it there and then kind of like have it slide in. So I want my black piece to be here. So I'm just gonna move it over so I can get it where I need it to be. There we go. It's gonna click like that. It sounds extremely scary at first, but that's okay. And like I said, I'm moving over here so that I can try to have it fall into place easier. Once you get around, it's gonna be a little bit harder just because you're not gonna have that much give. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna put the last black piece here. Or should I put it here? Let's see. Then that counts my row. I'm gonna put it here. So again, let me try to get a different angle for you guys to see what I'm doing. I push down and then in. So I've pushed against the outer wall and I'm adjusting it to fit inside the grooves. That one went lower because I'm not up here on this notch like I mentioned. So I like to place them into this groove notch here so that I'm not pushing all the way down. Again, let me show you from this angle. So I'm tilting this pointy part down and against the frame so it lifts up a little bit, and now I need to adjust it so that it falls into its notch, and then just repeat all the way around. And you can just go slowly rotating as you go. Okay, I've missed comments. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Bruh, tell me about it. Not the mom part, but the crap to do. But no, it definitely did help. Yeah, I got through that like in seconds. Like, well, not seconds, but minutes compared to the hour probably would have taken me. My show. Fair enough. For me, it's just because when I crochet things, crocheting hats and headbands was just taking way too long. And the only way to cut the time was to use like bulkier yarn, and I didn't like the way it looked. I also like the feel of the knitted ones, so knitting machine was the way for me to go. But to each his own, right? You're not making things in bulk like I am, at least not in the quantities. And you also crochet small like detail things, like things you crochet you wouldn't need a knitting machine for. Although there are some origami patterns that you can make with the knitting machine. I've been thinking about making like teddy lubbies and things like that, but we'll see. It's on the list of potential products. Yeah, and then that's another thing for me. You know, I have my issues. I already have arthritis, and I needed something that would last like longevity wise, right? So for the machine was definitely my way to go. Exactly. A lot of people don't understand that, and they don't want to pay, you know? It's frustrating. And it's frustrating to see, you know, these big box stores selling crocheted items for so cheap, knowing that someone actually worked on them. Yeah, that's a lot of baby beanies. How long does it take you to make one baby beanie? I will bookmark this as well. I'm not sure if Sandy's still here. She's talking to her mom. But I will bookmark. Ooh, sorry. I will bookmark this so that if you guys want to rewatch this until I upload the like formal tutorial, so you can see, you know, how to do it, but you can skip the chatty parts if you'd like, or at least get to the specific section you need help with. So I will. Then I have a couple other like older videos that I haven't put the chapters in yet. I will put the chapters in them as well soon. Just today alone, I was able to get through comments, like replying to comments on my computer. Everything is just so much easier on my computer. So I'm gonna be going through and adding chapters, but that's something I'll do sometime this week. I need to look into markets. I'm very behind, and I'm gonna be losing a lot of money if I don't apply to market soon. But I do have the next few days off of work. So once I get my orders situated, I'm going to go ahead and get that stuff out. Or get that information updated. I also need to go through, a lot of my affiliate links don't always work. So I need to go through and add that as well. So now that I have most of the teeth in, there is not much room for me to play around with. So it's a little bit harder. Even now, like holding that hurts my hand. What is this? Dirt, probably. Yeah. You can do baby hats. It is a lot of crocheting. You can do baby hats on the Addi as well. The baby hats I've started as well. My phone just got me, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop knocking. Yeah. Oh, I'll ask her. Yes. You're fine. Yeah, I had to disassemble my knitting machine and clean it. So I was like, yeah, you're recording this. But they're literally looking at tape. So. You can eat here if you want. Okay.
Tea is lighter than Coke, right?
Say that again?
Tea is a lighter color than Coke, correct?
Yes. You can taste it. I don't care. Okay, so we're coming around now. Let me move it over. This part always sounds scary because it just makes so much noise. You feel like you're gonna break it, but you're not gonna break it. Okay. I'd love to see all the things you made, Sarah. So now that those are in place, I'm gonna spray directly in here, okay? I'm gonna go around 2 times. I'd rather have more oil than not enough. And I do have to flip this back over again so some may come out. All right, so that's that. Then we have the black ring that goes over it. Okay, this goes here as well. Or was this underneath? No. Hold on now. This. I feel like this goes underneath. No. Hold on. Let me first take this off. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this stops here. So this goes above it. Now, let me see. We have to line up the black with our numbers. So the black should start at 1. So this, and then You have to kind of finesse them over the needles. There we go. Like so. Okay. Then this is for later. This goes next. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now we have the top part that goes on. Okay. I'm going to screw these on first, even though these were the first ones I took out, so that when I flip it over, it does not fall apart. And if you remember, it was this row of the shorter screws. Let's call her a heifer. I missed the piece. And it doesn't look right. Okay. This black ring needs to get placed. There we go. And then the gold piece will go over your counter, and then that way you can line up your holes then. There we go. That looks normal. Okay. What'd you get? What'd you get?
Oh.
To eat. Did you get yourself anything? I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything all day. I started retwisting my hair last night. I was too tired, so I finished this morning. And I've just been doing like computer work and stuff. Like getting the files from the iPad over to the computer. So I can clean it up. And I think the iPad's like halfway done. Yeah. So now I need to start working on my phone because my phone is full. And I have a method that I'm going to do now to like, because on the computer you can see more like file details. No. Okay, so I need to flip this. Oil will be coming out of it, which is a little frustrating, but it's okay. And we need to put the 4 screws in here as well. And then these are slightly longer. They don't have a blunt end like the others did. Yeah, Sarah, let us know how much you have of everything. When is your market again? I feel like you've been able to get a lot of stuff done though. Like you've been really good in regards to like discipline and like working ahead of time, you know? Bruh. I'm literally gonna start applying for markets and I have like damn near 0 products. Ugh. I need to see who's hosting that market because I want to sell there. I got invited to the Christmas tree light up. I need to apply. Like working it or selling there? Oh. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, I want to go, but I didn't know who did it. I know now. And it's the same people that I worked with at Moore Square. So they're like, you know, we'd prefer to have vets there and blah, blah, blah. So I feel like they're going to give us priority. And I'm all for it. Because I sold well. I didn't go last year. My friend had a booth. And she invited me to go with her. And I sold stuff with her there. But I didn't have one myself. So we're going to place this piece now. The last piece. Let's see. I have 124 items crocheted for my winter fair. I didn't include any of the pumpkins I'd crocheted for the fall. Okay, bet. Yeah, you're good, Sarah. You can easily make 4 figures. December 2nd. Yeah, and you still have so much time to make more things. Obviously, you know, like you have to spend time with your kids and stuff, but that'll still allow you to like get more things done, you know? This back part is a little tricky because you need to line up these holes here. Where is it? Where is it? This one. Okay, so this one and this one need to line up with the holes here. So you need to make sure like one side is longer than the other. Here we go. It lines up this way. Once you're doing it yourself, you'll be able to see what I'm saying. But the distance from here to here is shorter than the distance from here to here. Like this is a longer distance and this is a shorter distance. So you want to make sure that your feet are lined up that way as well. So that's what I'm doing here. And then again, you're going to use the longer screws that don't have the blunt end. I'm screwing into nothing. Let's see. There we go. Okay, and then, okay, that's screwed on there. And then, yeah, I lined that up correctly. Okay, let's see. Have they put the ice out or anything, or no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they did.
They started the generator yesterday.
Ma'am.
So much fucking champagne.
Language.
Sorry.
There may be children watching.
Sorry.
Good God, man. Oh, you're fine.
You know where I came from. You know why I'm like this.
Ugh, how many bars did you guys have today?
1. And concessions.
Oh, what is up with this concessions thing? Why is that a thing?
I don't know. All I know is that it's literally they went through 30 bottles of champagne.
Oof. How many people? Like 600, 1,000?
I think 1,000 because it was a bridal thing, which I'm surprised you didn't work.
I mean, I would have. Because I didn't have a market today. I would have definitely worked it. The bridal expo.
Because that would have been perfect for you.
Yeah. So I actually saw like the vendor fees were ridiculous. So this would normally be different for you guys. You can barely see what I'm showing you. But your crank, thank you. Your crank would be here, but because I have the Addi, I'm gonna attach that now. But technically, after this step here, you should be done. But because I do have the Addi, I need to reattach that, so I'll show you how. This screw that I conveniently placed inside the crank itself is going to get placed here. So normally it would already be attached, but I'm going to reattach this, okay? It's gonna go through this hole here into this hole. So let me get that lined up on here. So I'm putting my screw onto the screwdriver so I can see what I'm doing. And then I need to also carefully attach this piece back onto it. If you recall, I mentioned that I needed to get a replaced crank for my smaller Addi, and that was because the screw actually broke. The screw that I'm applying now broke when I was trying to attach it last time. And this is a pain in the butt to do. So this is the most cumbersome part. But again, if you guys don't have that, then you don't have to worry about it. No, it's not attaching. I have to lift this somehow. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I'm not gonna do it too tight or anything. I need it to just attach, and I think it did. Okay. Right, so this is on there now. So we're done. Now I'm just gonna turn it on. I'm gonna plug it in to see if it works. All right. Let's see. Round. Okay, yeah. This is round. Attach my handle. I'll try to crank this. Let's rotate it the back way. Yeah, so let's apply some more oil. I don't know why I shake this, but here we are. Let's see. This isn't attached right. So let us unscrew and try to rescrew. Yeah, this is falling off. So it is not done properly. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, I see what it is. So there's a line here. There's a line here and here. You want these lines to link up with this and this. See your flash again, please. There's two little lines here. You want to make sure that these lines match those lines. Thank you. Which, if I'm not mistaken, they should now. And that's why it was being wonky before. Okay. Bruh. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Your food is getting cold, babe.
I don't wait for you.
But no, I'd rather have hot food than you wait for me. Okay, yeah, this was loose before. It is not loose now. All right. Now things should work. Let's see if they do. Okay. Okay. Let's see. She's creaky, but she's working. All right, let me put again some more oil, and then that should lubricate everything that needs to be lubricated. Shut up. Okay, I'm gonna have it turn while I spray. It is still catching here, and I feel like that's with the broken teeth. If I'm not mistaken. So I may need to look into getting that piece adjusted or like replaced. Come on. It's right here. It's I know it has to be the cog. The gold piece that I showed you guys. I mean, it's not catching as much. Okay, well, it's not catching as much, so the oil definitely helped. Cleaning it definitely helped. I will look into replacing that piece that I mentioned, and I'll let you girls know. But I am going to continue working on what needs to be made because I still have an order, right? So let's do one headband and see if she works. All right, so I needed 3 green, so let me get green going. All right, let's see. Add my crank back on to this. I also have missed some comments. Let's see. Oh wow, see, look, hopefully you sell out, girl. I'm praying for you. Not fling it at her. Okay, hey Sandy. How's your mom doing? I just about finished. I mentioned while you were gone that I'm gonna add chapters to this vlog or live, excuse me, so that you can watch it later on and maybe kind of just like adjust accordingly. Or not adjust accordingly, but just look at certain parts that you want to see. And then that way you're not stuck watching the whole video, but you can kind of focus in on certain parts and kind of do it along with me type thing. Have you cleaned any of your knitting machines yet? Good night, Sarah. Okay, so let's get this first one going. Where am I? Come on. Going in the wrong direction. Okay. Daisy, what are we doing, friend? Yeah, see, it's stuck, it sticks here, and that's because it's broken. Oof. Let's not break anything else. There we go. Oof. Okay, so I missed one because this shouldn't be that way. Over here. Go back. before it's too late. Okay. And then how can I tell where I missed it? If you're doing every other, there shouldn't be 3 here. There should just be 2 like the others. So that's how I know where I need to go back. Here we go. So this should be here. There we go. She's sticking. Where's my crank? The machine is fighting it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. No. I'm gonna take her apart and get a better look at it. But I'm hungry, y'all. My food is getting cold. I may come back on live later. If anything, I'll definitely be on Discord. But we're gonna call it a night here. I'm gonna check to see if I need to oil the ridge on the inside again, or if anything else is loose. But me being hangry and this not working isn't a good combination. Let me switch cameras so you guys can kind of see me. Yes, so that's my laptop. So horrible connection. But yeah, clearly this is the rig that I was using to show you guys my desk, or the table technically, but I'll revisit this later. This is generally how you can do maintenance onto your Addi. Again, I'm going to look at it again. Maybe I just missed oil somewhere, or I didn't tighten something tight enough. So I'll go ahead and look at that, play with it. But I'm going to go eat, and then I'll keep working on the order. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the comments, anything like that, and I'll get back to you.